My name is Papa, and yeah.
My name is Hetty.
Yeah, so we married. We actually met in University of Pretoria, where we were studying. And after we actually finished studying, I went into banking, where I was in a banking environment for quite about 10 years with corporate experience. Yeah.
I also come from a banking background. I was within investment banking, and together we have a collective banking experience of over 15 years. And moving into entrepreneurship, we've always been business minded. We've always loved business, and we knew that we would definitely want to do a business together. It was really just figuring out what type of business and how we would tackle it. So our business model, our business is called P&H Boutique, and we are a retail business with retail outlets across the country, and we specialize in modern traditional wear.
Yeah, so I think the difference with us, when we started off, is that we always focus on manufacturing ourselves. So we have a manufacturing hub where people are making the garments for us in South Africa. And those are made in a central place for all the different shops. It ensures consistency for product sizing, garments, and design, so that we meet the needs and satisfy our customers.
I've personally found the value to be tremendous. You know, from each boot camp that we've done, we've been able to have takings and takeaways from them that we can immediately apply into our business. Doing this program has really shown us that franchising is the way forward for us, and it's truly been invaluable.
Yeah, I think something that we've seen, if I can put it like that, is that even though at the point when we started, I think we had about 4 retail outlets. Going through the different boot camps, you actually get to realize that what we actually had was an idea. And as we went through the different boot camps, we were able to see, okay, this is actually now what a business looks like in terms of being able to take this forward, because now if I wanted to franchise it, have I got all of these ducks in a row?
Absolutely.
And we're not, we hard workers, we hard thinkers, but we were quite surprised with the number of gaps that we had before.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we've been able to look to see where we can close in order to be able to actually expand and move forward.
Absolutely, yeah. Because when we entered into business, we wanted to be able to build a business that can leave a legacy and also positively contribute to the country. I believe that franchising is really important because it will allow us to actually contribute to the economy through job creation, particularly focusing on the rural areas as well. Because we manufacture our own products, we are then able to train and give our staff skills that they can actually use in the future as well.
Okay, so I think the number one thing that we've been able to see is that definitely owner-operated enterprises are able to perform much better, especially in this type of market. If you look in this market where there's a lot of retail carnage going on in the malls, and with the solution that we're offering with modern African clothing, there's a lot of people. I'm always surprised whenever we put out a message looking for staff. We get like hundreds of applications, and even just inquiries in terms of, can we open this P&H here as well? And then sadly, some of them you're like, we don't have enough availability for outlets for the jobs. And then on the other side as well, we didn't have the expertise in relation to opening up other franchises.
Exactly. I would really speak quite highly about the knowledge, experience, and the expertise of the team. You can see that upon joining this program that we've actually joined into a well-oiled machine. The program is structured. There is useful content. The homework is structured. The people, the staff that we have access to it's extremely knowledgeable, and of course the facilitator being Kobus, who runs with the boot camps, it's been truly invaluable. There's so much information that we've learned that we actually knew absolutely nothing about.
We've actually been on other programs before, entrepreneurship programs, where we have actually paid to be on those programs. And with this one, that was not the case. And let me tell you, this program is it.
Yeah.
What we have learned from here in terms of how to structure our business and how to make it franchisable these guys, this is it. If more people knew about what is going on here, that's how you get sustainable businesses. I'm telling you right now.
Exactly, absolutely. You know, for us as a small business, we realize that success and failure is largely dependent on the support that you have. Once you've reached this particular stage, you know that there's a business there, you know that you've got a great product or service. However, your ability to grow is largely dependent on support, and a lot of small businesses end up failing because they don't have those support systems. So our growth strategy, particularly from a franchise perspective, is dependent on a support system, professional support systems, and without that, that could actually inhibit our opportunity of growth. So the incubation hub is something that we would be dependent upon for our growth in terms of our strategy.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can add there is you do realize in this type of economy and environment in South Africa that some people do have access to other means of capital, and some people don't.
Yeah.
And it's quite sad when you realize, you know, how you're able to further grow the economy with jobs and opportunities available to other players that have been ignored, and yet for yourself you see, oh, you know, you don't have the means in order to be able to get that professional type of support.
Absolutely.
Because actually for us, when we were in corporate, we were that type of professional support, and you know, it was not cheap. So I think definitely what would be available from the hub in order to be able to share those type of resources. I mean, you can't put a value in something like that.
Absolutely. Our business model from a franchise perspective, it can certainly impact people from rural areas and townships in different ways. First of all, our potential franchisees can come from those areas. Secondly, we are looking to service those markets as well through the product offering. And perhaps most importantly, also from a job creation perspective, not only within the retail stores, but because we also manufacture and produce our own garments, there's a huge opportunity from a job creation perspective there. You know, within the clothing and manufacturing industry, there's a lot of international competition, particularly by way of Chinese imports, etc. So it's very important within our industry to ensure that our garments are locally produced, and that's why we feel quite strongly about our factory that we have. And so through growth of the franchise model, it also then extends to growth from a job creation perspective.
Yeah, I mean, from my side, I mean, with ourselves at P&H Boutique, when we were in corporate, I mean, perhaps we were shielded from this in terms of when we look for people to come and work within our teams. I've been shocked every time when we send out a notice in terms of, you know, we need a new sales assistant in one of our shops and things like that. We get so many applications.
Yeah, we're inundated.
Like a lot of applications. However, I mean, we're limited currently with the number of outlets that we have, and with something like the hub, I mean, we can definitely see how we'll be able to grow faster and make a much bigger impact because there's such a need,
particularly among women as well.